Daisuke Wakabayashi, a correspondent for New York Times, in an article on New York Times on March 19, 2018, tells on March 18, 2018, a self-driving car hit and struck and killed a pedestrian in Temple, Arizona. This was the first ever death recorded due to a self-driving car. Many of you have rid or drove in a car in your lifetime. Either you or someone else was controlling this vehicle. Many companies, including Uber, Google, and General Motors, are making many advancements towards the self-driving car. These cars are said to be a way more safer and easier way to travel and get from place to place. But other people state that these cars may be very ineffective and very unsafe for the people around you. Will self-driving cars be safe for us people in the future? First, I will talk about the pros of self-driving cars, and second, I will talk about the cons of self-driving cars. First, let's begin by talking about the pros. The self-driving car, or autonomous vehicle, are becoming a lot more easier way to transport and travel in the future. Rylan Alizov, founder of SEO for X, in an article on Inquirer.net on January 2nd, 2019, tells that 85% of accidents are due to the person behind the wheel. Adam Cohen, a senior writer for Time Magazine, in an article on Time Magazine on January 14, 2013, states that most accidents occur between the ages of 4 to 34 and cost up to $300 billion each year. Many of these problems occur from drunk driving, speeding, overloading, and use of mobile phones while driving. With self-driving cars, they could decrease these problems and then take away the deaths that are taken from us each day. These cars would also help with many economic troubles. When people get in crashes, they either have to pay for a new car or a lot of money on medical bills. With self-driving cars, they could allow these people to use this money on more profitable investments. These cars would also be very economically friendly. They do not use combustion engines unlike cars we use today. They run completely on electricity, which would also decrease the amount of air pollution. These cars would also go at a consistent speed, which would keep human and animal life safe. Now that I've talked about the pros of self-driving cars, let's begin by talking about the cons. These cars would also have a few shortcomings in their future. The first one would be they would be very prone towards hacks. Any smart or genius with computers would be allowed to hack into the software of the car and take complete control of it. They could create glitches which would then drive the car off the road or cause an accident. These cars would also allow a huge loss of jobs in the future. Saramana Mitra, founder of 1 Million by 1 Million, in an article on Inc.com on July 13, 2016, states that many professions from truck drivers, taxi drivers, and bus drivers would be completely wiped out because of these cars. These cars would also cost a lot of money. In the future, these cars are predicted to cost up to $300,000 when every technological requirement is inserted into the car. Many people could buy a brand new house with this type of money. These cars would also take away what people call enjoyment of driving. Many people go on daily drives just to clear their minds of some thoughts or of a certain event. First, I talked about the pros of self-driving cars, and second, I talked about the cons of self-driving cars. Will self-driving cars be safe for us people of the future? Many companies are making so many advancements that would allow people to be owning one of these cars. But these cars could also introduce many problems that could affect us people of the future.